Alright, hey guys, today we're doing a video on gold acquisition for Marvel's Future Fight. So, the downside of gold in Marvel's Future Fight is you use it for absolutely everything, and in often large amounts, especially as you get further in, and you have more characters with higher grades, or more levels you need to up, or even uniforms that you need to upgrade, or you literally use it for everything. But here's the thing, and unfortunately the downside of it is that you don't necessarily acquire that much in a day. Well, when I say you don't acquire that much, you can get probably about 10 million gold in a day if you have everything set to get just gold and you focus entirely on getting gold. The downside of that is it requires putting everything else on hold. So there are things you can do to add to your gold increase. It's like at the minute I have a boost effect point, which gives me extra boost points each day, which is fantastic. But the plus side of that, especially if you get it to stage 2 and you can keep it there for a fair bit of the day for your gold acquisition, it does increase our gold acquisition to like 60% from the get-go. Now, you can also do things that will help with your gold acquisition. Do I want to do it that way? I don't think I do want to do it that way. No, I don't. I don't want to do it that way. I'm silly. But you can also get a consumable gold ticket. Gold premium ticket. I'm not actually going to buy it, but you can get a gold premium ticket that will increase your gold acquiry rate by 100% for 3 days. Now, it is good value for money. It is very good value for money. I'm just not buying it right now because I want to show you it without that added in. But remember, you can get a premium gold booster, and if you are in the market of getting as much gold as possible, you can do that, and you can, if you time it exactly right, stretch it over more than just the 3 days. You can stretch it slightly into a fourth if you buy it at the right point. But, again, it requires being very sensible at how you do it. Now, I want to go over with you guys the best places to look for gold, and the best places to find gold. Because bearing in mind, yeah, there is certain things you're going to do, and certain things you're going to want to do, that will let you get gold. Now, yes, you can do story missions for gold, and I'm not going to say that because they're a good place to find different bits like your gear kits and your bios, and of course, your ally shifters are always going to be helpful. But the problem with the story missions, in the sense of gold, is that it's going to depend on where you are in the storyline. If you're all the way through, then yeah, you can farm the higher end for gold, and you'll probably get about 8,000 gold per mission. Not a lot, but it's still a fair bit if you haven't got anything else left to do. But you do have to bear in mind that depending on where you'll actually go in the storyline is going to depend on how much gold you can get. So at the lower end of the storyline, you're going to, talking chapter 1 sort of level, you are going to get about 800 gold. That'll be it for the mission, you know. That's without the premium booster. You will get more with the premium booster on, of course, but again, it's not much. And middle range is probably about 3,500 in cents of gold, so 3,500. Not a huge amount, but it's still a fair bit. Now, if you really want to go for gold, of course, do not ever underrate these. I want to go for the other menu, but don't ever underestimate doing your co-op play. Because every time you get to a reward, almost guaranteed you'll normally get at least one lot of gold acquisition. And it's normally about the 450,000 gold. So it's pretty good gold acquisition. And you do get 5 chances. And quite a few times I've had like 1 million gold come off that. Or just shy of 1 million in one reward go. And I don't think I've ever... I can't remember even one time where I haven't at least had one lot of gold a day from there. Now, also, a good place is you sometimes get it, but not always, if you do your legendary battles. If your chests are really good, sometimes you will get gold from there. So, always remember to do those, but they're always great because of your chests and what you can get from them. And of course, not to be funny, with your chests, if your levels are higher enough, and you get your reward crates like these, at the minute, that's as high as that reward crate will go for me, because we're on looking at the normal stage. But on the higher stage, I'm actually, like, blue-chested at the moment. But if you've got the extreme modes, use them. The rewards are so much better. I've got off track. Let's go back to our gold lines. Now, of course, the thing is, the best place for gold is going to be your daily missions. Either daily mission, any one of these three will acquaint you gold. But it will acquaint you different amounts of gold. So if you were to run, say, an ISO one, we are going to run the ISO one, just to give you the point of view. We will run the ISO one. If you run your daily missions, they will always give you gold. And it's always a lot more than anything else. But if you run, say, an ISO or a Machina Shard one, compared to running the gold one, it will be a lot less. But it's still worth doing. Especially if you've got your gold boost points active. And if you've got more than 100, definitely do them if you can. So yes, I'm using autoplay, but that's beside the point. I just want you to see what the gold level is for these guys. And oh look, that's quite useful. Actually, it's uniform XP chips. That's pretty cool. Alright. So yeah, gold level here is 178,600. So probably about 180,000 is roughly what you'd be looking at for a non-gold mission. That's a hell of a lot of gold, to be fair. Compared to everything else, that's going to be a lot, especially at the low range. Now, if we go for a gold mission, I just want to give you a comparison to what the tier would be. So you don't have to put everything on hold to get good gold from these missions. But if all you really need is gold, you will more than want to run the gold daily mission, because the overall gold is going to be a lot more. Now bear in mind, yes, I'm auto-playing this, but it's not necessarily the best way to go, because of course, if you autoplay these and your character kills the main boss before it kills all the little guys, you're not going to get as much gold. But vice versa. And, oh, I'm being lucky today with the boost point rewards. So, our main goal here, of course, is... Wow, actually, it's got a lot more today than I was expecting. So, our main goal is over 200,000 different. Just because it was an energy gold mission today. So yeah, if you're not worried about getting anything else like ISO 8s or Machina Shards, and you want gold to be your main priority, definitely go for your dailies, go for the gold. And if you can get the boost pack that'll increase gold acquisition by 100% for 3 days, you're gonna get a lot more gold coming in. Now, also another thing to bear in mind is, yes, your special missions are gonna get you a lot more gold. These guys will get you a lot more gold than your story missions. It's actually quite swayed in the way of that. Things like these will always get you more gold than story missions. It really makes you not so much want to play the story missions, which I find a bit crazy, but hey. But also things to remember are, if you've got these guys, if you've unlocked the specials, the deluxes in your epic quests, like your mutual enemy and beginning of chaos, they will get you a lot of gold as well. Let's show you just one. Let's show you these guys. They will get you a lot, and I will show you a special mission in a minute. And we'll show you a story mission in comparison, and you'll see that really, unfortunately, story missions are good for gold, but they're not as good as everything else. And while you have boost points active and you have the chance for more gold, you don't really want to be running story missions, unfortunately. Because they cost you a lot more in boost points, they will drop you down below that line beforehand, and they don't necessarily gain you as much. So these guys gain 26,000, which is still a fair boost to what you can have. If we go to a special mission now, these guys normally get you about the same type of range. So like the Dark Dimension gets you about 27, I think it was. If we go and do one of those, I'll show you that. It will get you about 27. Story missions will only get you a very small amount. Rather unfortunate, but it's the way it is. I will show you. It will get you slightly more at the minute because, of course, I'm over the 100% line. So we're already getting extra gold acquisition. But even so, story missions will get you a lot less. In a rather sad way, it will get you a lot less. So we'll just wait for this one to finish. Gear up the kit, always a useful thing to have. I'm always running out of those at the minute. So ignore me on that one. But yeah. So, she's not quite there yet. There we go. So even before you finish the mission, you can see we had 14,000 gold there. And it's like now, we got 26. So most of those missions, so most of these guys, will get you about 26 in gold. Special missions, we'll just go into yours randomly. We run one special mission. We won't do the hidden route because it does give you a bit extra, so if you have the chance, do it. But I want to show you about the other extra, which is why I didn't buy the boost pack for the gold today. Just to show you if you don't have the crystals to spend or you don't want to, you can still get a fair amount of gold each day. And of course, I probably should put someone other than Gina on for these, but hey, she'll run them anyway. But again, as you can see, just being in the mission, you're picking up quite a lot of gold as we go through. And that's before we even start looking at stories. So that would be about what your story mission would get to, and we're not even finished with the mission yet. So it's quite a difference. Let's skip the actual thing there. XP chips, always useful. Alright, so the gold we got there, 15,000. So it's more than your story mission will give you, but it is still less. Ignore that for now. It's still going to be less than these guys will give you. So if you can prioritize, sort of do these missions first, then worry about your special missions. If you get the chance at the end and you've still got like boost points left, then worry about story missions, because I will show you one story mission now. I will do, I don't know which one we'll do. I'm just going to do a quick clear of one. We're just going to use clear on one. It's like, even now, at the higher end, you're still 11,000. That's sum total, that's all the gold you're going to get from there. Whereas the special missions are getting you sort of 15, 17. Everything else is getting you 24. And that is with stage 2 on, which is a 60% boost. Under normal circumstances, with 25% boost, you would be down at 8,000 for story mission, so it's even less, which is not great, but it still has an effect. So guys, remember, if you want gold, use the boost points you have available. If you have boost effect and you want to prioritize gold, prioritize the missions that are going to use them first. Worry about everything else after. Because while everything here will give you a certain amount, these missions will definitely give you more. Beginning of Chaos, Mutual Enemy, Dark Dimension, all of those will give you a fair amount. Special missions will always give you more than story missions, which is unfortunate, but it's the way it is. Alliance Battle, again, pretty good for gold actually, and pretty good in a general sense. So if you can do your Alliance Battles, yeah, give them a go. Okay, not so much time on battles in the sense of gold, but still very important. You sometimes get gold in Villain Siege, and it can be pretty good. So yeah, again, Shadowlands, again, same thing. Pretty good for gold, pretty good for everything really. And co-op, definitely, if you can do them. Alright, anyway guys, thanks for watching. I hope it's helpful. I'll see you all again next time.